tem bastante gente. Denise Prado, Brazilian one, I think so.
Yeah, I'm just on the camera for attendees. Just allowing the camera and mic for all the attendees. Yeah.
José Costa Pereira, nossa senhora, a gente tá chique hoje.
Yeah, I can see Jose Costa.
Yeah.
Hi, Jose.
Ai, tô chique demais hoje. Até você apareceu hoje, gente. Olha, Denise. A Denise sabe mais do que eu, não tá aqui para me apoiar só. Two Portuguese speakers. We are awesome.
Oh, I can see some Indian names as well.
Yeah, one that it's, I think it's from judo, if I'm not wrong.
Could be.
Is Santoshi, it's from India too?
Yeah, I can see 3 people. Yeah, I think we can wait for a few more minutes and then we can start. Yeah, 3-4 more minutes maybe.
I'm so glad I'll see all of you here. It's a small group, but very important one.
It is. I think it's only me and Jose from Virtus. I'm not sure.
Denise work with a lot of athletes in Brazil, so probably one II.
It's nice.
People, if you can write down the chat, where are you from and in which sport are you in charge? Like Denise did, and José Costa, would be amazing.
Yeah, and also maybe include the organization name.
Probably with the sport, we know which organization.
Okay.
Swimming, just Virtus. Fencing, just word ability. Judo, just IPSA. Athletics. Tom Forbes cycling, so it's Virtus also. Really? I didn't know. I'm so surprised.
That's how I put Virtus Sport.
Hey guys, are you watching Olympics? Are you really chilly for all the Olympics? And yeah. As soon as we finish the test event, we are going to be us, the Paralympics. Yeah, like really exciting with the Olympics, but more for the para ones. So less than a month, right? How many days?
Yes, little less than 1 day less. I think it's 29 days to go.
Probably for the open ceremony. Let me check. The open ceremony is 28. But the village is 21st. So taking the opportunity that you were here, just a quick reminder about the TUIs, guys. Remember, if your athlete needed therapeutic use exception from the day 5th, okay, 5 of August, you should send your TUI, your therapeutic use exception request to IPC, okay? Please don't send to us, IF, because from this date, it's going to be IPC in charge of all athletes during the major events. For sure, if your athlete's not going to Paris, you send to us. Just the Paralympic athletes that are going to Paris, you should send to IPC. And if your athlete going to Paris and you send your TUI to IPC, remember, as soon as end the Paralympic Games, the close ceremony, you should resend to us, to the IF, to recognize your TUI. It's easy, don't worry. It's just 1 or 2 days for a click on Adams, but we must receive the full documentation to save in your database. It's quite easy. Moshe, I think we are not going to have anyone.
No, we can start the session.
Yeah.
And I will let people in as and when they come.
Yeah. Please make our introduction as usually.
Hi everyone. Welcome to today's seminar, and today we are going to cover the topic on doping control test. And Juliana Suarez, as you all know, is the Virtus, IPSA, and I think World Ability Sports, all three IOSDs anti-doping officer. And I would like to hand over the platform to her now. Over to you.
Thanks. Thanks. As usual, it's a very happy day when I have a time with you guys, sometimes on the competition, sometimes here. If you are watching this and our YouTube channel and you have any question, please send it to us by email or even by YouTube channel. Moshi, it's our communication manager. She can send to us, to me in this case, this question, and it will be amazing to answer back. Also, we have just around 20 minutes. That's a mini seminar. So we are going to talk just about the doping control process today. If you want to know more about what's a doping, what's a TUI, which more we talked, I forgot. So many topics. You can go to the YouTube channel for Virtus YouTube channel and watching. It's just 15-20 minutes and it's very easy. For sure, it's just in English, but you can use the subtitles for your language. For blind athletes, unfortunately, we don't have this option because the AI is still not working for all the languages. So if you have any question, please send it to us. Okay, for language like Spanish and Portuguese, you can arrange a meeting with me and it'll be amazing to have a seminar just for you. Okay, like we did with some countries. Let's begin. Okay, if you have any question or curiosity, please put in the chat. We are going to answer. Let's start 9 times. So as you have so many athletes for different sports, we are going to have an overview how to proceed with the doping control process. For sure, your athletes that are going to Paris have the possibility 99% to be tested, but also in our competitions, national, international competitions, we can have a doping control. So prepare your athletes to be ready for this opportunity, okay? It's not a very difficult, not dangerous, not also a scary moment, but for some, we need to talk in advance. We are going to explain to you how many people it's involved to produce this doping control process, okay? First of all, it's our specialists. It's not just like me that is behind of the computer, but WADA and all the other international federations professionals. We are checking risk of country by country, sport by sport, by gender, in our case, by class. So how much we need to provide and distribute the testing to our athletes. After that, we have the managers. We have professionals on the site checking if our distribution plan fits with the reality of our competition and our athletes. The two ones that you probably know more, it's our DCOs, that are doping control officers, sometimes a doctor, sometimes a physiotherapy, sometimes a nurse, sometimes a teacher like me. We are professionals that we are collecting the samples from the athletes, okay? And the chaperones. Chaperones are our shadow all the time with us. You know, wherever we go, someone must to be with us, following our steps. These guys are very important, and sometimes they are volunteers, so please be patient with them. Don't run away. They need your support. They are usually provided from the LOC, the local organizing committee, to help us to have the best doping control processes possible, okay? And as soon as you have been invited for the doping control, we have a special room for this. It's a private room, close to the field of play, but not so close sometimes. So this doping control station, as we call, have different parts of the room for you, athlete, and athlete support personnel. That can be a coach, a doctor, a physio, what who the athlete invite to go with. So the doping control station, we have all with signs and a waiting area. This waiting area, you should have a water or other type of drinks to be hydrated and be ready for provide the sample. Sometimes, as you can see here in the photo, we have a TV to watching the competition. Usually this is for competitions with like major competitions, Paralympic Games, Olympic Games, Pan Am Games. Pan Am Games, they have a bigger structure, okay? And also we have, after this, our doping control area, the collection room. What they are doing is to share the sample on the vessels, to have a time for fill the form. So this is going to be just you, your athlete support personnel, that, for example, our coach, and the doctor or the nurse, the doping control officer, okay? As soon as you are ready for provide the sample, you fill the form and did all the procedures, you're going to the bathroom. This bathroom, it's just for you and the DCO, okay? You should provide the sample in front of this official and get back to the collector room. Okay, it's easy. Information, no one can use this doping control area, just the people involved on this process. So if you're on the bathroom, provide a sample, no one from the competition is going to open the door and use the same space as with you, okay? Don't worry, it's just for you. And get back in the type of this testing we have, this is very important because we explain as in therapeutic exception, the difference between in competition and out of competition, okay? In competition, it's during the competition. You are in the swimming pool, ready for the next event, 100 meters, I don't know. This is in competition, okay? Can it start on midnight one day before? So maybe before the event starts, you can be tested. It's not very common, but it's possible, okay? We have tests in random, like a name, pick just a name. We have a target, random target, like we want the first position of the 100 meters, I won, okay? Male. We don't know exactly who is the winner, but we know the position. Or totally target, I want to test Moshi, that it's athletes from athletics throw javelin. I don't know. I'm going directly to her. Okay, this is easy. In competition, you start one day before, and you can do the selection of the athletes in one of these ways. Okay. Also, we have out of competition. What's out of competition? When you at home, just relaxing, or when you're training, or in your physiotherapy moment, and in training camp, okay? Usually we test this for the target groups. So we have a testing pool groups, and this in this case here for this the seminar, IPSA and World Ability Sports, we have this testing pool. So usually we test more this type of group, but doesn't mean that we cannot go in a Virtus training camp for equestrian in UK and select someone. Okay. Types of tests. We have urine, blood, and the DBS. Urine, everyone, I think it's aware what is this. We provide 19 mLs of urine, we shed in the vessels and send to the lab. The blood is the same idea. We are going to collect the blood from the arm or other part, maybe the hand, depends on the situation, and shed on the vessels and send to the lab. The DBS, this is the new one. It's not very new, but not everyone is aware. It's dry blood spot. What's a dry blood spot? From decades, we are using this. For example, I know that in Brazil, as soon as a baby born, we have like a tiny pinch on the feet and put on the paper to have some tests. So this is used for more than 15 years. Now, the anti-doping are bringing this technology to use for anti-doping matters. How to have this test, we are going to talk in the next slides, but don't worry, it's really better than the arm function, okay? But it still be developing. We cannot replace the old blood style for this for now. So let's recap. We have we have many people working behind the scenes we have so many people working behind the scenes to have the doping control process. We have the doping control station that it's a very private place just for you and you'll be safe. We have in competition tests and out of competition tests. We have 3 types of samples to be collected during the process: urine, blood, and DBS. Okay? Until here, done, right? So fast. So let's go step by step. If I have any athlete in here, please, if you have question, ask. This is your time to make questions, okay? I'm going step by step. How we start it? First, as I explained, in and out of competition, an athlete is selected. For example, I'm going to test Moshi from javelin and athletics javelin athlete. I have her name, so I'm going to give to the chaperone to notify Moshi. This person go with a paper and ask and provide all the informations to Moshi, like, hi, I'm Juliana from Virtus Anti-Doping Committee, and I work for, I don't know, Claridium, that it's a sample collection authority, and show like Juliana with photo. Okay, guys, I must have an identification. I cannot go with anyone. I must have an identification. Who is asking me? And going to explain, to give your rights and duties. For example, you should go as soon as possible to the doping control station to provide the sample, or you can be delayed to provide the sample if you are going to medal or warns. So this person is going to explain everything to you about your duties and responsibilities, okay? And go to start to fill the form. The form can be on paper, but also on the tablet. We call paperless, okay? So if you see someone with a tablet, like iPad, or if you see someone with a paper, both are okay. One of the tasks that our chaperone or DCO is going to explain to you during the notification, that it's you should go to the doping control station. And so let's go. This chaperone is going to be with you all the time. So for example, if you need an ID to show to the DCO during the process, this chaperone going with you to your bag, to your, I don't know, your room, depends of the situation, to collect those documents. Important information here that I don't have a draw for you, okay? If you are a wheelchair athlete, it's not mandatory to have someone with you, like your coach or your physiotherapy. But if you are blind or if you are II, intellectual impairment, we are deeply suggest to have someone with you. Why? First, during the process, it's allowed to have a more possibility to support the athletes compared with Olympics or wheelchairs. Also, it's really great to have someone with you to double check step by step all the procedures. How you can check some kits if it's completely perfect. If a maybe a tiny space here, it's broken if you cannot see sometimes. So it's nice to see someone to double check. We are here support you 100%, that we believe in you athletes, that you are capable, you are allowed to do everything by yourselves. But sometimes it's nice to have someone with you, not because you need, but it's nice to share the responsibilities. It's nice to have someone with you, okay? So continue. As soon as you're in the doping control station with the chaperone, with your DCO, and your coach, for example, and you are ready because you drink your water, you're hydrated, so we can provide the sample. What's going to happen? You're going to select one of the vessels. I don't know, let me see if I can see myself here. Ooh, maybe I need to do it. This is the vessel, okay? A vessel, it's a cup, okay, with this to close. And you need to select one of these. How many you should have in front of you to select? At least 3. If you see just 2, okay, you're going to select one, but also we are going to put in a doping control form information, like during the sample collection was provided just 2 options of vessel. Okay, so any mistake or any problem, we are going to put on the doping control form, okay? So, for example, we have 3 of these, and Moshi choose this one. What Moshi is going to do with this? She's going to check if it's totally perfect. No a tiny mistake. It's no damage on the plastic and also on the cup. Because the vessel, we put like a 10 inside of this one. Okay, sometimes they broke. So please double check if it's not broke. Okay, so Mosh select this. I said, okay, Mosh, amazing. So are you ready to provide? So let's go to the bathroom for give the sample. Start, we are going to do like this, okay? We are going to put sign. I'm going to tell, hi Moshi, please wash your hand just with water, okay? To avoid anything that could be in your hand. Moshi washed her hand. We went to close to the toilet. Moshi, you must to put your t-shirt until the chest and your pants until the knee. Yeah, we must to have a full view from the knee until the chest, because we need to see where it comes from your urine. I know that sometimes it's a little bit embarrassed, but don't worry. We are used to the person that it's with you probably did it 100 times. So don't worry. We know that sometimes we explain to you, don't go to the washroom with people that you don't know, be aware, don't take off your clothes in front of anyone. But in this case, it's not a problem, okay? Okay, you can trust on this person. So as soon as you have your t-shirt and your pants down, you must open, okay? How you can open this? Here, I know that it's not easy to see, but there is a tiny place that you, wow. So what we are going to do? To take the vessel. Can I do it? No, please never touch inside the vessel. Always outside the vessel, okay? Again, never touch inside the vessel, just outside the vessel. Why? Because sometimes something can could still be in your hand even after wash, and you can damage the sample. Okay, so outside. It's also hard to see, but we have 19 mLs here. Okay, this is the minimum of urine we must to provide. So what we are going to do? Fill with urine. Okay, it's easy. So she provided. She put a side of her, always in. She must to keep the eyes on this, and close the same. Okay, never touch inside, always outside. Okay, never touch inside, always outside. And okay, close, easy. Let's get back to the room. So many things here in front of me, many windows. So we had the urine sample here, warm, that we are going to put aside. So next step, what we are going to do, select the same way that we select the vessel, select a kit. Easy, okay? So we are going to have at least 3 kits. Important. For example, we have numbers here. Let me do something at least. We have a kit, okay? Here, we are going to select 3 of them. What we are going to do, select and check. Let's check first. It's sealed. In this case, this is a holographic one that cannot be damaged, but it's sealed. No one open. It's not damaged the box. Looks okay. So let's open. How to open? Locon has this open system. This is the tube that we damage. Did you see? We cannot put again. So throw away. We are going to open the kit. This is our kit. What we have inside? We have a bag that we are going to use in the future. And the 2 bottles, A and B. Look, what we learned, never touch inside the vessel, never touch inside the bottle also. We are going to put out. Ooh, it's hard to do in this. And we are going to put out the vessel, okay? Everything out. A, bottle B, and also the second part. Woo-hoo! Okay? How we are going to be on the table? Like this, okay? Never touch inside, always outside. Second, what we are going to do. You saw that we have so many numbers, right? Why you have so many numbers? Because for some reason, we need to find your bottle on the fridger. We can find. So let's double check. This is the number outside the box. This is the number. It's very here. The same number, okay? Also on the A and also here. Okay, so you must double check. 10, 30, 10, 30, the same. If it's different, you must talk with the DCO and switch for a new one. If it's the same one, let's continue. You must share your urine sample for the system. So what we are going to do, we are going to open. There is a line here and a continuum line here. We are going to. So good moment in front of my computer. Be ready for a damage. So let's start with this sample B, the blue one. There is a hole here that we can hold, okay? 30. Whoops. Okay, 30, okay? And after, we are going to put in the sample way. I don't know like how much I have here. 60, okay? 30 here, 60 here. As we have a little bit more, what we are going to do? A little bit more in the sample B and the rest on the sample A. Okay? Let's lock. Just a click. I'm going to put close my computer to listen. Did you hear? Click. The same for the sample B. Okay. The DTO is going to check. You are going to check if it's totally locked. Yeah. We are going to put every sample inside one bag. Okay. In this bag, go inside the box. This box is going to send directly to the lab. Don't worry. Okay. As you can see here on our PowerPoint presentation, we are going to check the gravity. We are going to check the gravity with these tiny little drops. It's enough. Can be on the stick or on the machine that usually it's. You must have a limit. Why? Because sometimes the athlete drink too much water and your urine looks like this, right? So our lab cannot really analyze anything inside this because it's just water. Need to be a little bit yellow, if you understand me. Okay, we need to have substance. We must have something inside the urine to analyze. Sometimes athletes are using the diuretic. This is why it's so dilute. And we must to do what? Again. Okay, so we must to find the minimum measured gravity for this. The final step is to check everything, fill the form. Okay, you as an athlete has the duty to have one copy of this form. If it's a paperless on the tablet, go direct to your email address, okay? Let's take a little bit. Any question regarding this? I think this is the most common. This is why I keep so much time here. Any question? I cannot see. Moshi, if you have any question, please interrupt me. So easy. So, no. So next one, we are going to talk about the modifications. For athletes, as I talked before, it's not a mandatory for the athlete to have someone inside the doping control station. However, modifications for visual intellectual impairment athletes are a little bit interesting for you guys because they can be inside the doping control, but also the washroom. Cannot see directly to the athlete, like where it's providing the sample, but you can see the photo, the image of the athlete. Why? Because this way we can protect our athletes from any harassment possible. Okay, so please, if you are IA athlete or VI athlete and it's during the doping control process, if you don't feel 100% safety, when I say safety, it's not because someone are going to do something bad with you, but maybe you need help inside the doping control room, the washroom, because you don't know how to hold the sample, or you're anxious because IA athletes sometimes prefer to be with the parents inside the washroom to feel more comfortable. Please ask the doping control officer. You're allowed to have someone with you, okay? Easy. Modifications for wheelchairs. If you have someone from World Ability Sports and you are a wheelchair athlete, sometimes you use a leg bag like this one, okay? If you're invited to go to the doping control station and you have a urine already on the bag, like this picture, you must throw away entire urine you have in this bag and it's waiting to fill again, okay? Can be the same bag, don't need to be a new one, but you must to restart the process to fill your leg bag to use the urine on that. It usually takes the same time as would be on the person that don't use the leg bag. So don't worry, it's not any advantage or disadvantage. Don't worry, okay? If you use a catheter, as probably you don't feel, the majority of them don't feel when it's ready to go to the washroom, waiting until believe that you are ready to go to provide a 19 ml. Otherwise, you are going to have a partial sample and stop the process in the middle and continue after. The catheter must be used. It's your catheter. Not all the doping control stations are going to have catheters available. And if they have, probably it's not the right size. We know that can be a little bit uncomfortable and sometimes damage the athlete if the catheter is not the right dimension. And imagine a catheter for a man with 2 meters. They start to using the same catheter for a girl with 1.5 meters. So with 45 kilos, for sure it's not the same. So be careful, okay? Take with you in every competition more than one spare catheter in case of you need to go to the doping control, okay? Easy? Let's see here. Okay, we have 20 minutes. Let's gonna rush. For the blood collection, the first steps are the same. So like fill the form, select the kit. Oof. Oh, I took the DBS. Sorry. Let's go to the DBS first. The DBS is the same as the urine. We need to wait, go to the doping control station, choose the kit, and do the procedures. Different than the urine that someone going to inside the washroom, this test can be done on the doping control room, okay? You are just going to pick one of the kits, open the box with all the equipment inside, like we did with the urine. We are going, if it is one, okay, because we have more than one equipment, but if it is one, we are going to clean your arm, okay, ask you to warm up there a little bit, put the equipment on your arm and just press the button the red button. Usually the own athlete is the person who pressed the button. As soon as you press the button, a tiny needle is going in your arm and get back. And you just need to wait in some minutes until fill all the gaps you have here on this plastic part. Okay, it's a 5 dots if I'm not wrong. As soon as you fill the 5 dots, you can push back. It's not going to hurt. Okay, the DCO, it's going to broke to separate the plastic dots with the blood and the equipment that collect the sample, throw away the red part and send to the lab just this tiny part. It's really great because it's less expensive for the athlete. We don't need to store in the fridge and it's light. Unfortunately, until now, we cannot have all the substance tests on this 5 dots, but maybe in the future. So if someone invite you to provide ask you to provide a sample, dry blood spot, be happy one of the guys, okay? You must check the numbers the same way that we check on the urine. You are going to have on all the parts of the system to double check the numbers. You are going to lock on the bag and send to the lab, okay? Easy. Okay. Any questions from here? Because we almost finished.
Yeah.
Nope.
Juliana, I
Yeah.
think Denise has a question about partial sample.
Okay. Denise.
Yeah.
Yeah. She works with anti-doping. Let me see. She works with anti-doping for several years, so I'm really aware that she knows about the partial sample. The partial sample is going to continue the same way that we do for Olympics. For example, Moshi provided just 30 mils of urine, not a 19. What we are going to do, we are going to lock this vessel, go to the doping control. We are going to put on one of these that's still open, don't forget, fill. But instead of to lock, because we are going to need this bottle, we are going to put a different cap that it's possible to open and close. After this, we are going to put in a bag with numbers. Those numbers are going to be with you. And when you get back, again, to provide the rest of the sample, we can double check. If someone damaged the bag and try to destroy your sample or create any problem for you, don't worry, it's able. As soon as you provide more, you're going to have a new vessel, this, to provide again more urine. For example, now you gave me 100 ml. We are going to get back to the, it's good. Get back to the doping control room, mix everything, and finish the process, okay? So don't worry, because sometimes it's common not to have the full amount of urine. Would you like to help us, Denise? You please open your microphone if you want. I don't think so.
No, thank you. You are perfect.
No, thanks. She's amazing, guys. You're here watching someone that works with sport. I don't know how many years in Brazil. She's a very important person for us. She has amazing background, so I know that she knows everything about anti-doping. She's amazing DCO also. I forgot to tell it. I hope our athletes. Sorry?
Thank you. You are too nice.
No, I don't like to lie. This is the point. Yeah, no, she's really great, and this is a very important step for us that work with Paralympic athletes, because sometimes we have DCOs that are not ready to work with Paralympic athletes, not because they are different indeed, but sometimes we need to be more patient with them because it's the first time they are doing the doping control, or sometimes they don't know how to procedure because they don't have education before the test, and so. Please, this shows that maybe you are listeners. I had also amazing experience with these shows around the world. Be patient with your athletes, okay? They are really great athletes, but they need to sometimes a little bit more time to provide a sample and explanation. So please.
Be nice to them. They are afraid how to do it. Sometimes the first time. I love to work with them. I love it.
So they're the best. I'm so proud of my guys. So to end the seminar, that was not so long because it was just a very quick one. I could as much as I could. Let's do a very fast questionnaire. You athlete can be tested for urine and blood at the same time. For example, Moshi during the competition for athletics, she's going to be invited to the doping control station to provide a sample for the doping control test. She can be asked to provide a sample for urine and blood at the same time, or just one? Yes, guys, you can ask it to be provided maybe 3 or 4. Why? Because every test has different substance for analyzing. So sometimes you're going, I've never heard about this, but it's possible to be tested for urine, blood, DBS, and passport, okay? We have a special type of blood that goes into the passport. So it's not common, don't worry, but it's possible. Urine blood, it's likely, but not all the 4, okay? Just remember, doesn't matter if you're a national athlete or you're an international athlete, you can be tested. Second, who are not part of the doping control process? So you are being invited to the doping control. Who is a professional that's not part of the anti-doping process? The DCO, the technical delegate, the chaperone, or the anti-doping manager? This is a trick question I did. It's maybe for the coach, it's more easy. So remember, the technical delegate, like at the boss of all the referees, who is in charge of the entire competition, this person is not part of the doping control process. Can be someone that helps the anti-doping team to select the athletes, for example. So in judo, sometimes I ask Sarah to help me with the draw from target teams. So I want to have like from the podium and plus 100 kilos. Let's test let's pick one number, and the 1 and 2, 3, for example, the first until the third place, who is going to be testing 100 kilos. She can help me with this, but she's not really part of this. She just supports us. So it was easy. So thanks again for who came here, and also thanks for who's watching on the YouTube channel. We know that sometimes it's not easy to be able, it's not able to watch that at this time, but please keep in watching us, checking our social medias, okay? Wordability Sport, Virtu Sport, and IPSA Blind Sport, okay? This is the last video from this first part of the year. Now we are going to be 2 months free, doing something really important. I don't know if you know, but Paris is starting in less than a month. So we are going to put our efforts, and our athletes are going to Paris. Please keep in watching our social media, sharing our athletes. They are going to do amazing exhibition there. And please watching also in our TV or computer. Don't miss our athletes. They are really great. Okay. Let's parar de compartilhar. Yeah. Thanks again for everybody that is here. Thanks, Moshe, for support me every single seminar. We thought it would be impossible, for sure.
No, you're always welcome, Juliana.
Thanks.
You're the best.
Thank you so much, everyone, for
See
joining us.
you.
Thank you. Bye.